Welcome to Season 6 of my Oklahoma Sooners Death Penalty Dynasty, and you will notice that this does not say it is week 1 of the season because I'm going to do something different at the start of this year because so much of the team has changed. We are going to do an introduction style episode where I go over the entire depth chart and all of the preseason awards. So obviously starting at quarterback will be Ty Downing. He is coming off a Heisman winning season. He is an 82 overall, and the backup quarterback will be true freshman Sean Griffin, who is currently a 73 overall but has 90 speed. And then at running back, I will be starting BJ Smith, even though he is a little bit lower than our new true freshman Chris McKinney. McKinney will get some playing time, but as of right now, BJ Smith is coming off a 1,700 yard, 23 touchdown season. So I didn't feel like it was realistic for him to lose his job at all, so McKinney will be the backup running back. And now over at wide receiver, Wayne Outlaw will be our number 1 receiver on the outside. Jeff Benson will be on the other side. This will be Outlaw's first season not in the slot because our slot receiver is going to be true sophomore Lane Washington, who comes in as a JUCO transfer, 80 overall with 93 speed. And then Joey Miller will back him up along with Anthony Hollis, who is a freshman wide receiver, and then Adam Macklin, another true freshman. And then at tight end, we will have true sophomore Sam Lawson, who is a 73 overall, backed up by Kevin Archie. And I'm not going to go over the entire depth chart for the O-line. You're pretty much just going to see the starters. At left tackle will be Marlon Ellis. At left guard will be an 80 overall Josh Higgins. Center will be true freshman Josh McDougal, who is a 78 overall. Right guard will be Jacob Thomas, who is a 71 overall. And right tackle will be AJ Peterson, who is also a 71 overall. At left end, you are going to see Dwight Rollins, who is a 74 overall, and Marcus Ross will be backing him up. Marcus Ross is coming off a 10-sack season, but did not get any better in the offseason. Dwight Rollins immediately comes in with better ratings. And then at right end, we will have Ashton Mills on the other side. He also had a pretty solid year last year. Ross will also back him up, so I fully expect to see Marcus Ross at some point this season. And then not much has changed at defensive tackle. Mike Handy will get the start as a 76 overall. The other starting defensive tackle will be Ronnie Simpson as a 74 overall. Ryan Covington is a true freshman, 73 overall defensive tackle. I fully expect for him to get some playing time, but he will not start the season. Left outside linebacker is going to be sophomore Justin Rogers. I don't think the left outside linebacker gets a lot of playing time because I run a lot of 4-2-5, and they tend to play middle linebacker and right outside linebacker on those. And then speaking of middle linebacker, David Jordan, a true freshman, will be our new starter at middle linebacker. We actually recruited him as an outside linebacker, but I moved him to the inside because I didn't really like any of the middle linebackers that we got through recruiting on this class. And then at right outside linebacker, we will have returning starter Jake Wright, who is a 75 overall, backed up by true freshman Will Hughes. Hughes will probably get a lot of playing time throughout the season. I believe he is also the backup middle linebacker, so we should see him at some point throughout the year. Not a whole lot changed over at cornerback. We have returning starters Alex Red and George Steele, who will both be on the outside. But in the slot will be new JUCO transfer Justin Campbell, who is a 71 overall, 91 speed, and he had a bit higher man coverage than Eugene Blake, which is why he took his job. And now at free safety, true freshman Brian Alexander is going to get the start. He comes in as an 82 overall. I am very excited to add him to the defense. Eric Kemp will now be his backup. And last season, our starting strong safety was Jason Tremblay, but during the training results this year, he could not keep up with Kawika Moore, so Kawika Moore, back to a 75 overall, will once again be our starting strong safety. And our starting kicker will be Jermaine Allen, who is an 81 overall kicker, and our punter will also be Allen. We do have a new punter in Jim Kelly, but he was recruited as a punter. I moved him over to kicker just in case I had to cut him in the offseason if I didn't have enough scholarships, but I ended up being able to keep him. So in the next offseason, we will probably move him back to being a punter, and then we will cut Howard Olson. And last season, true freshman, now true sophomore Rich Anderson, one of our wide receivers, won the Jet Award for Returner of the Year, and I went back and forth a lot if I wanted to put him back there again. But I think this year we are deep enough at receiver. I feel comfortable putting Jeff Benson back there. He is one of the best kick returners on the team with 91 speed, 94 acceleration. And then if you go over here, he has 99 elusiveness and he has 96 juke move. So I think he can be very, very good as a returner. But Benson will not be our punt returner. That is going to be senior running back Josh Golden, who is an 85 overall with 88 speed and 97 acceleration. He has already had one kick return touchdown in his career. I believe it was back in season 4 when he returned a kick against Arkansas to beat them in the last minute of the game. And you can see here as we take a look at the Heisman watch, Ty Downing won it last season. He is at the top of the list this year, but BJ Smith is second on the list. I don't think the game is taken into account that he lost, I think, 4 overall points during the offseason. It was not a great offseason for BJ Smith. And now the preseason All Big 12. Ty Downing has made it onto this list. BJ Smith, Wayne Outlaw, and let's see, anyone else down here? Marcus Ross, Ashton Mills, Mike Handy. They have all made it. Jake Wright makes it as an outside linebacker. Alex Red, Eric Kemp, Kawika Moore, and Jermaine Allen all make it. And Rich Anderson as the returner. But like I said, Rich Anderson will no longer be our returner. What about second team? Anyone on our team get all Big 12 second team? Ronnie Simpson, our other defensive tackle, is here. And then George Steele, our other corner, is here. And Jason Tremblay, our now backup strong safety. And now for the National All-Americans for the first team. Ty Downing and BJ Smith are both here. Wayne Outlaw does not make this list. Does anyone else on our team get that besides Downing? Yes, Eric Kemp and Kawika Moore are both here. And once again, Rich Anderson. But like I said, he will not be the starter. Wayne Outlaw is a second team All-American to start the year. Not a bad honor for us, especially since I still feel like we are slightly rebuilding and no one else on our team made second team. And we are not ranked to start the season, but we will go ahead and look at the top 25. Number 1 is Georgia, number 2 is Notre Dame, number 3 is Alabama, 4 is Florida State, 5 is defending national champion Nebraska. We will play them here in a couple weeks. Oregon is number 6, North Carolina is 7, Auburn is 8, Stanford is 9, Florida is 10, Texas is 11, Miami is 12, California is 13, Clemson is 14, Ohio State's 15, Arizona State is 16, Penn State 17, Oklahoma State is 18, 19 is Georgia Tech, 20 is LSU, 21 is Michigan, 22 is Utah, 23 is Colorado, 24 is Michigan State, and 25 is San Diego State. And if the rankings went this far down, we would be ranked number 41 currently. But the next video, which will be posted tomorrow, will be week 1 against the Colorado Buffaloes. This does not affect the upload schedule for this at all. This was just a quick video that I wanted to put out to kind of introduce you guys to the team for season 6. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow for week 1.